Okay, warning, warning, warning. If you've seen just my video now, I'm talking to you, just replying to everyone about this post I've done here, friends. And I'm replying to you now. It's about Bitcoin conference and this top signal stuff is very dangerous, dude. And I've put it in my Telegram. It's pretty much here. Warning, warning, warning. Extreme top signal appearance. I'm a bit speechless. Something's topped out. Something. Yeah. So I've got update coming. Oh man, I don't know. Oh crap. All right. This is just one of those moments. It could be all over. It could be, friends. You got Steve Aoki partying with him. You've got Andre Geek, friends. You got like the retail of retailers. You know, this is just, it's kind of like if like altcoin daily finally cover your coin that's been running up for a year and it finally hits top 10. You know what I mean? And now altcoin daily says this coin is now a great solid coin. You're like, bro, it's so over. You know what I mean? Like they're like, there's no more, they don't take any risk at all. These people are like risk averse completely. So socially risk averse. So when something's like maximum exposure, maximum accepted, and there's nobody else new to accept your thing anymore, they're in, which means they're top signal, right? Steve Aoki, these people. Hey, now, how I reconcile with it, there could be a chance. So this is what I'm looking at now. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, it could be, friends. I know this is going to sound crazy. It could be that MicroStrategy top. Let's actually look at this. Okay, it could be something has topped. Okay, 1 could be all of crypto. Okay, 2 could be MicroStrategy. 3 could be the MicroStrategy BTC ratio. Okay, 4 it could be Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so I'm gonna give these probabilities. And remember, man, we're just guessing. This is totally like it. You know, something like the coins flipping, it doesn't matter what your probability is, it's going to land on something, okay? So if for all of crypto to have topped out, I'm still going to give just 5% chance, okay? For MicroStrategy, topping out its USD price, I'll put like 15% chance. For the MicroStrategy to BTC ratio, I'll be 30% chance. And Bitcoin dominance, my odds, 50% chance. Based off this Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin conference thing that we're just watching here. So if you're just watching this, like I'm having a visceral reaction, the dopamine, I'm like, oh crap, like something bad's about to happen. Something bad somewhere's about, like, in terms of like, you don't feel it right now. You're like, what do you mean? Everybody's partying, or you just, because well, yes, this is the obviously thing, friends. So you're just saying, oh, I didn't get it. There's like Bitcoin pillows, and like, you know, there's an Asian girl here, and they're partying. They probably smell nice and they're like photogenic. Yeah, no, you didn't get it, man, friends. I was excited and happy when FTX collapsed. My body had a visceral happiness. I was like, oh, it's over. The bear market's over. I was tweeting about it, and I was like, oh, congratulations, the bear market's over, guys. I had this. I woke up happy. Which made no sense. I was looking at it, I'm like, but I'm seeing death and destruction and things are going down, and I woke up happy because it was just weird because I'm just here and I'm like, wait, this means it's over. Like the bear market's over. That was here, friends. It was literally here, November 2022. We went all the way down and we just stopped here, okay? And yeah, there's pain and Kobe and everyone saying it's bad, you're all embarrassed. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, oh, no, but we've ended with a bang. This is how bear markets end. Okay, we've killed the final bull. You know, but it was death and despair. And then look at this. Obviously, what you had to be doing was literally getting out here. And then look what happens later. You just check it out. You know, 2 months later, we start the disbelief run, and Crapo keeps getting short. Obviously, and then you also have USD/CD pegging. We go up. Pepe launches here, and so we continue. Then we get the Bitcoin spot ETF that was here. Bitcoin spot ETF announcement from Brocanegra, and then Bitcoin spot ETF front. So we know these like the back of our hand. Okay, so now though we have Bitcoin conference out here. So that's why when I've showed you these probabilities of these right here again, something's topped out. Yeah. All of crypto, that's why I'm still leaning on, look, like that Bitcoin conference, like nobody in crypto has been partying whatsoever. All right. Besides Bitcoiners and some like just LA vape cabal dudes, but they're just like, you know, they're just probably snorting too much K or whatever, and they're just getting rollied rollage too much. And also we can see in the OTHERS-btc, like we've had 6 red monthly candles in a row. So that's why I don't think the all of crypto's topped out when it comes to this. But the other ones, they're very real here, right? MicroStrategy. Could MicroStrategy have topped out? That's something to think about. And when I'm looking at all of these all together, I've got the MSTR, the price up here, friends. MSTR. It's done like an enormous freaking run. If we even check it on the monthly, for example. Wow, man, this looks like it's done a huge run. So yeah, it is possible that it's topped out here. I mean, like, if you check it out here, look at this, okay? If we go, let's actually go down just on a weekly so you can see it, right? If you go and look at the Fibonacci, I've gone from the very, very top. I brought it here. This is wild, friends. Isn't this crazy, man, that this happens? Look at this. It comes back exactly to the 61.8. That's wild, man. Isn't that wild? It just literally comes back up here, and it comes here. Bitcoin conference is like right there. Isn't that crazy? The Bitcoin conference. It comes back just like the Saturday Night Live. Remember Elon Musk? Bitcoin dropped in 2021, comes back up, and then Saturday Night Live was right here, and then Bitcoin's chart pattern went down. China banned Bitcoin, and it was right here in May as that happened. So it could be that. Okay. Now, a lot of people will say, no, that's impossible because Bitcoin could still keep going up. The Grayscale premium topped out very early in 2021. Let me show you. This is what you got to know. So, see, the people in this, you think they're stupid, but they're actually not. They're quite smart. Look at it here, friends. This is it. Perfect picture. My gosh. Look at this, friends. This is 2021 January. As soon as you start the alt season, the discount happens. You see? And what I've actually done now, baby dolls, I've got a great post I've just done for you so you can see it. All right? Right here. Check out this beautiful picture. Okay, so we can see it clearly. So you see, right, we start 2021 January. And literally, because you got to remember, right, like the Bitcoin, if you go look at back in 2021, when will the actual alt season start? So let's go back in that time so you can see it, right? Because Bitcoin's cranking up, it cranks up, and then 2021 is here, January 2021. Look at this, look at this. This is what fooled everybody, all right? So January 2021 starts, Bitcoin is right here, it's like $30,000, all right? So to the top of the cycle, this is what happens next, okay? Elon Musk declares he likes Bitcoin and buys it here. So after. And then we continue up, we pump even harder. So from basically, look at this. We start 2021. Let's go back to the Grayscale premium chart now. As we enter 2021, look what's ahead of you. Even if you're in GBTC, right? They're making free money because retailers are buying. Look what this premium is. Retailers, friends, were paying 40% premium for Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin was, I'm not joking, let's check the price. When Bitcoin was $10,000 on the open market, people were paying $14,000 for it just because they didn't know where to go buy it in 2020. Okay? Very silly of them. Big regrets here. So even if you had the foresight and you knew Elon Musk is going to buy Bitcoin, because let's say you walked into 2021, it's $30,000. You go, oh, I'm a genius. I know a girl, maybe her name's Tiffany Fong, and maybe she's banging Elon Musk, and he said he's going to buy Bitcoin. So you know that's ahead. And you also know Bitcoin is trading at 30,000 now. It's going to 2x. It's going to go higher. It's going to go 100% higher. So Bitcoin goes up 100%, and the world's most popular man buys it. You still get wrecked. The bubble's popped. And it keeps going down and down and down and down and down. And it just went lower forever. Since pretty much forever. This is 2022. Just keeps getting crushed. It's finished. Yeah. So many people get destroyed in it. That's how, friends, 3 Arrows Capital as well got wrecked in it. Big time. Because that's what everyone did, right? They were selling in it and then they'd borrow on their profits. Yeah. And then it just became a big mess. All right. So that's why I've even mentioned here, this could repeat with Bitcoin's treasury, MicroStrategy. Everyone's doing the Michael Saylor stuff. But like, that's what they're saying. We can't get liquidated. Everything's fine. Shh. Don't believe them. Okay. Just tell them to shut up. Don't fall into that trap. Can't get liquidated. Bro, you're doing Ponzi leverage on Ponzi stocks on the world's most volatile asset. You can't get liquidated. Who do you think you're talking to, bro? You know what I mean? Like, come on, sit down. So we do see these different, different like things going on. It's multifaceted, right? So yeah, there is a chance MicroStrategy itself has topped out, but you know there's a big wick up here. It's possible that it doesn't, right? So as Bitcoin goes higher, it might drag MicroStrategy higher here. So maybe Bitcoin could run up to its equivalent 130K mark, and MicroStrategy just like, you know, comes back, fuels its wick before they come back down, okay? That's why I just showed you two charts here in terms of, I showed you the MicroStrategy chart itself, but and I drew Bitcoin price action. But if you just look at the MSTR to BTC ratio, which is right here, this is just all you need to know, right? If this goes up, Saylor's beating Bitcoin. If this goes down, Saylor is losing against Bitcoin. So I have it written right here so we can see it clearly for us. I know we've got the super trends. Right now it is still red. Okay, so yeah, man, something cracked somewhere. So once again, let's play some Pumpy G music for us. Let's play some angel music. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I need to, you know, when you collect your thoughts during these times, you just got to make sure, you know, you're not missing anything. We aren't missing anything. You know, friends. Have I ever reacted like that? I rarely react like that. Like the Soylana girl's house. Do you remember that, friends? Bangerz. Let's go check the Sol-BTC ratio when she was pretty much saying you're too poor to stay at the Soylana girl's house. So this is what it looks like. She was literally doing it here, and then it drops 55% against BTC. Now, obviously, it's seen way, way, way worse, but still, okay? Because Soylana's super strong. When he's like flip red on the weekly super trend. Yeah, you're too poor to stay at the Soylana girl's house. Warning, warning, Soylana girl's villa. I have it, it's in the box. I was like, warning, warning. I remember I hit that point. I was like, that's it. This girl's calling other people poor because they can't stay at the Soylana girl's house. Bro, your whole chain is pump fund, Soylana, JPEG casino trash. Obviously, Soylana's got adoption. Yeah, it's cool, it's fast, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you, man, these people, because you get the point, man. You get the point, man. It's just, you know, people got ahead of themselves, as always. Back to the probability sheet that I made for you live. Don't think it's all of crypto that's topped. MicroStrategy itself, you know, could have, but still low odds. I think if it's better odds, it's the MicroStrategy to BTC ratio. And then I'm hoping the real kicker is the Bitcoin dominance. Because if Bitcoin dominance is topped, it's a funny part, friends. This is the widest part. So many people, okay, because they have their bias, they have that basically research bias, because they're on Twitter and everyone on Twitter's looking at altcoins mostly. Why? It's because Twitter's bleeding edge info and altcoins are really fast. So you have to be aware of Twitter, or you have to be aware of it. Yeah, that's why a lot of people hang out. And there's a lot of big Bitcoin presidents as well, but that's why altcoin is there. So it gives you the illusion everybody's in altcoins. Everyone's in altcoins when they're not. They're not all in altcoins, bro. I read comment sections, okay? I check ratios. Yes, I've been in markets for a very long time, okay? When I see the Bitcoin dominance ratio, which is Bitcoin divided by the whole market, when I see this doing 4 green years in a row, all right, and I see people shitting all over altcoins that they're meant to love for like 6 to 12 months, I know they're out, bro. They're out. They're in stable coins and they're in Bitcoin. I know they are. And then I see Donald Trump raising $2.4 billion to buy the MicroStrategy deal, the MicroStrategy strategy, with all these other people rushing in just to go buy BTC. You're all on one side. Like you're so crowded. It's ridiculously crowded. And that's why, friends, you put all that together and then you just flop this floppy willy in basically your face that you never asked for. When you're seeing all these, it's just like it's a cherry on top of the cake. So if it is that Bitcoin dominance, we win, and it'll be great because it's a believer's cycle. I mean, we've got it all here, right? Stablecoin super cycle, meme coin super cycle. Altcoins are the infrastructure of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got no tech, friends. It literally does nothing. There's also been some Bitcoin maxis I've been listening to. They can see the writing on the wall, but instead of rotating anything out to any altcoin because they're pure Bitcoin maxis. They've said they're willing to go down with the ship and they go, we'll eventually recover from this. And I thought it was quite amazing. Some of them are very self-aware. They know it's topped. They know there's going to be these problems with Bitcoin Core and things coming out here. Isn't it interesting that they can see it too? The thing is, though, see, during these times, other people can see it. I've shown you now, right? But do you act? If you've got altcoins, you're already acting, but they're not acting. They refuse to act based off principle. But that's why it's dangerous, bro. Why? Because the thing about this, friends, I always talk to you about, you got to learn your own brain, dopamine. What's your brain like telling you is a positive response? These Bitcoin maxis have been holding Bitcoin for 4 years in a row, and they have all been gaining on Ethereum and gaining on altcoins for 4 years in a row. So effectively, they have been rewarded at all costs for just being full on Bitcoin long, right? Saylor's come and turbo leverage long Bitcoin to flush it up higher. Ethereum's gone lower. So their brain, they've received these oxytocin, whatever it is, oxy in their blood, the dopamine in their brain. They've received the serotonin comfort. They're like, oh, I am rewarded for being a believer. It's confirming my bias. It makes them feel really good. But what they don't really take for granted is the fact that they have only held this when it feels good. That's why, man, markets can be tough, because your thesis makes you feel good and you're getting rewarded for it. And then you just, there's no reason to ever hop off the ship every year. So in their minds, they're like, oh, okay, cool, everything's going to be fine. But man, do you know what it's going to feel like if that happens, bro? Do you know what it's going to feel like if Bitcoin dominance just goes down to like below 40% and then it can't come back up and they think it's going to go back up and then it comes back down here? All right. You know what's going to happen. That's why they believe it's never going to happen. But yeah, now you have this, you get an idea, friends. You're seeing the game now, you're seeing the market from a different perspective. All the say crypto banter section, comment section, they just care about, oh, is market going up or down tomorrow? That's it. Up or down, right? Ethereum stock prediction. Yeah, because they're plebs. Of course, bro. Your yield farm. You get yield farm. You are the food. You are the people who get wrecked, ultimately. But you and I, of course, we're going to make it. So now you understand basically what's been going on. If it's Bitcoin dominance, friends, we all win. All right? But even if it's not, okay, let's think about worst case scenario. What if crypto has topped for the year? Okay, maybe stocks go down. It'll be painful. They'll have to print money. It'll eventually come around, but the business cycle's kicking up. So it seems like it's all ready, man. We have a Bitcoin dominance topping. We have flash PMI hit 52.3. We have the Bitcoin conference with all these top signals there. Steve Aoki's there. Andre Geek, Tiffany Fungles. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin's amazing, right? It's Vitalik international embarrassment. All of these things are just pretty much lining up, friends. And then we have stablecoin super cycle, and we have PDI, an unstable coin, showing you that even with the gatekeeping, it's ready. Pretty much, it's all lining up, But ultimately, still, outside of our control, still longing and believing, getting worn out, but we're waiting for this. As this business cycle finally goes up, why would anybody touch a BTC? Okay, you're here to take on more risk and speculate on the future. Bitcoin's it's literally got no tech, bro. It literally do nothing on it. There's no yield farming, there's no privacy, there's no swapping, there's nothing. You got dog shit JPEGs, which are garbage like all the other ones. You don't have any of the stuff that people want to use. So let's say maybe June, friends, it turns around. We're just saying this every single month, but just a matter of time. Don't stop believing. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.